Nearly a dozen people are hurt after their plane runs into severe turbulence in the sky. It happened last night on JetBlue Flight 1134 from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Orlando. The plane was able to touch down safely, but was then met with medical personnel at the gate. We're told 8 passengers had to be taken to Florida Hospital East because of injuries they got while on board. But the airline isn't giving out any information on the extent of their injuries, and the airport is only saying that the incident didn't have any impact on operations at the airport. We've been checking online overnight. One passenger did take to Twitter to complain about their back and neck hurting after that flight, saying they were disappointed in the response by the flight crew as well. JetBlue says it is going to be reaching out to passengers later this week to get feedback on how the airline handled what happened and to make sure everyone is okay. Well, you just saw there was some pretty severe turbulence last night over in a flight over Florida, and that got us thinking. I'm here with Troy Bridges. I'm Justin Web about what causes turbulence. You know, it was a perfect night out, no storms or anything like that. So I wanted to see if you knew why that may have happened.
You can have turbulence even on clear days if you have different, what we call parcels of air rising very quickly. Oftentimes it does happen during the day when you heat up the atmosphere. You have that warm air rise and that leads to turbulence. It's also what leads to cloud cover and thunderstorms when you have what we call lift in the atmosphere. So on a day where you're flying over mountain ranges, we don't have them here, but that's when you have a lot of turbulence. It's called orographic lift. That's where wind goes over one side of the mountain. If the plane goes over there, that lift in the atmosphere can create turbulence. So I have a graphic here to kind of explain what happens. You need that lifting mechanism. Many times you'll have the sun heating the surface, and that will lead to some of these clouds. It will lead to turbulence and cause issues to planes. If that happened at night, you can still have those parcels of air rise even at night as you heat up unstable areas of the atmosphere.
Interesting. So it's just, you just never know when you get on a plane. I mean, it's scary to think
It's like predicting cloud cover. You can tell that we'll see a lot of clouds, but to tell you exactly where one cloud will develop over another area of clouds, it's like looking in your yard and looking up. There's a cloud, there's a blue sky. Predicting exactly where that little parcel of air will rise can be very difficult to predict.
Interesting. Troy Bridges, expert on pinpointing your weather, and also an expert on pinpointing your turbulence. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.